Thou makest darkness.
Thou makest darkness.
And it is night.
And it is night. Not days, not seasons, not years, but when y'all make darkness, it is night. So we can't say that a new day starts when it gets dark. That's not a day at all. That's night. And night was never the beginning of a day, because he gave us light to divide the days from the nights. So if he gave us lights to divide the day from the night, then the night cannot be the beginning of a day. And I got to emphasize that. Now there's another verse in Psalms that says that the moon is for seasons, that complements that. The 19th verse of the same 104 Psalms. You're absolutely right. Notice what verse 19 says.
He appointed the moon.
He appointed the moon for seasons. So that means that a new moon can't start with darkness, because he gave us the lights and the firmaments of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and for signs and for seasons. So the lights got to be for our seasons, and our seasons, we got 12 moons. And that season's got to begin with a light. He said again, he gave us what?
He appointed the moon for seasons.
He appointed the moon for seasons. You see? And what did he say? The lights shall be for what? Days, signs, seasons, days and night. Seasons, lights. Any question on that at all? Can anyone see how anyone can get confused with that at all? Could there be any other answer to that at all than the answer that's given? And if anybody in our listening audience have any other answer that's contrary to the answer that we just showed, please send it in. Because there's other scriptures to validate the same thing, but there are no scriptures to conflict what we just shown you. Number two, the question is simple. If a day starts in the evening, as many of our brothers believe and were taught, if a day starts in the evening when it becomes dark, then when does night begin? In other words, if a day starts in the evening, when it gets dark, then when does night begin? A day and night can't start at the same time. When it gets dark, it cannot be the beginning of a day, because Yahweh said in Psalms 104, verse 20, he maketh darkness and it is night, not day. Am I correct? Now, why would y'all bring this to our attention? Because it's most serious. This is the most serious matter. And we'll show you how serious it is as soon as we go through these things together, to see if everybody have the same understanding. Number three, at 12 o'clock midnight, everybody listening? At 12 o'clock midnight, is that the middle of the night or the middle of the day? Hello? I'll ask the question again. At 12 o'clock midnight, is that the middle of a day or is it the middle of the night? It's the middle of the night. It couldn't be the middle of a day. Now, let's reason here. if a day started at 12 o'clock, if a day started when it gets dark, and it didn't end until the next evening when it gets dark, and if day was truly from evening to evening, or from one night to the next night, and when it got dark, if that was truly the beginning of the day, then we'd have to say the middle of the night is what? If a day is a night and a night is a day, then the middle would be when?
Be night.
Be about 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Then you can say this is midnight if a day truly begins at night. But we see that it's don't. And according to the scriptures, there's a difference between the middle of the night and the middle of the day. And how do we know? Because the Bible defines a middle of the day as noon. The Bible defines the middle of a day coming after morning and coming before evening. According to the scriptures, the middle of the day is a time that rests just in between the middle, right after morning and before evening. That would be midday. So there's a difference between the middle of a day and the middle of the night, and they're not the same. Do we have any questions on that? Somebody could be the devil's advocate now and go up. Because I'm teaching that there's only one correct answer. Number 4. When the Holy Scriptures speak about the break of day or the dawning of a day, is that speaking of the beginning of a day or the ending of a day? When the Bible talks about the break of day or the dawning of a day, is that time the beginning of a day that it is speaking of, or is it speaking of the ending of a day? The beginning of a day. How do we know it speaks about the beginning of a day? How do you know that? You can easily tell someone that it does, but how do we know that? One way we can find out is by studying the Word of Yah and familiarizing ourselves with the Scriptures. Let's go to 2 Samuel, the 2nd chapter. 2 Samuel, the 2nd chapter.